have contributed to a lot of health problems epidemic today. Health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, arthritis, cancer, health disease, and so on. The good news is, if you can control what goes into your mouth and your body, you will live your best. For what you put into your mouth determines how well or sick you live. You and I know that poor diet is associated with major health risks that causes illness and even death. So, by making smart food choices today can help you protect yourself from all these health problems. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Miss Betty Olayinka Folani Akinlosotu, aka Bufa, wants to see you living your best without any health issues. She made this known in her program showing every Sunday on Healthy Living with Bufa TV. She tells us how our food choice affects our health and how we feel today, tomorrow, and in the future. If you are opting for optimal health, from fighting free radicals to living your way into a healthy and beautiful body, here are some things you must do. Eat a nutritious, healthy, balanced diet every day. Practice your daily exercise and take your supplements, especially vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and chlorophyll to boost your immune system against free radicals that cause cancer and other diseases. Join us on this program every Sunday, 1:30 p.m. US time, 7:30 p.m. African time, and 6:30 p.m. United Kingdom time, where she educates on health and nutrition, as well as features professionals from various fields to sensitize you on wellness. See you there.
Hello, my people. Our career, creativity, relationship, even social life, and so on cannot be overemphasized when it comes to what? Wellness. They are primary food because all these aspects in our lives come first before the food on our plate. How? Because we have a fulfilling careers that put money in our pockets, we are able to provide food on the table. That is why our lives are not only shaped by personal psychology, but also by our place in the social world. And when it comes to this social life, of course, technology, media, communication must be considered. The question we should be asking ourselves now is, do we really think about the negative impact technology has on our health and our entire lives? I mean, the internet, social media, TV, the phone we all carry around, etc. If yes, we are so much concerned about it, what do we do to correct the negativity? This negativity is affecting our lives, not only our health. Today, we are a teacher, an author, a researcher, a trained journalist, a media expert, as well as a technologist, Professor Bunmi Aborisade. A lot of people on the program today know that this is somebody that we can get enough information from when it comes to media, technology, and so on. And this name has been on the, I would say, on social media, on education platform for years. And I want to say thank you so much for coming on. This question is just for the media. And I mean everything from television, radio, and film to games, advertising, and social media outlets like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter can have significant impact on individual and population health. The study also shows, the studies supported it, that exposure to media, especially among the youths, may affect health behaviors such as substance use, sexual activities, and eating habits. Now, the question is, how does media affect our health physically, psychologically, mentally, and so on. Please tell us both the negative impact and the positive impact on media in general.
Thank you very much for that question. When we look at media today, we will realize that it gives out a lot of information. And the level of information that we're taking into our body system definitely will affect our health. A lot of people have developed high blood pressure because of what they read, particularly on social media. When you look at our young ones, even older ones today, the first thing they do in the morning when they are still in bed is to pick their phone and begin to go to different sites. By the time they spend 1 hour and they come out, it's like heaven is going to fall on them. But in reality, the information they have taken in may not be true. For example, recently I was going through some sites and I learned one of our House of Assemblies in Nigeria was on fire. And I was saying, wow, what is going to happen in Nigeria? Before I knew it, that scene was in Ghana, and somebody just, copied it, pasted it, and made it look like it was something happening in Nigeria. So what I'm trying to drive at, in essence, is that the amount of information we have definitely affects our health. It can give us high blood pressure, it can give tension, it can affect our mental health. You see a lot of people suffering depression without leaving their houses because of what they have read. For example, if you are outside as a Nigerian, if you are outside, if you are not very careful, you are going to be hypertensive, you are going to develop high blood pressure, and you are going to develop depression because of what you read. But when you look at people back home, you realize that people still enjoy their lives, people are still happy despite all the happenings around. But because what you have access to is just the bad news, we want to sink into depression, have hypertension, and so on and so forth. Beyond that, when you look at our younger ones today, it's like the body system is wired to the internet. Look at our kids when they are sleeping. You see them with earphones. You see them with the phone on, as if something is going to happen if they disconnect the phone from their body system. So definitely, this kind of devices, the way we plug it to our body system, can damage any part of our body. When you look at the radiation coming from the phone, you will realize that it is very dangerous to be on the phone all the time.
Yes, that's true. The study, the science also, shows that radiation from the phones cause cancer. I'm not sure if you are aware of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you tell our children, please, not even our children, even adults, you see the way some adults deal with the phone. Some are so addicted to. I'm not. So now, doctor, thank you for answering that question. You've already told us the effect, which is negative effect. Is there any way you can tell us briefly, or maybe I should just put it this way? Now, I personally know that effects of use of communication and technology by healthcare professionals can bring about positive impact. Also, your research investigated the impact of technology on media communication and contemporary society, if I'm not mistaken. Can you tell us why is technology important for all professionals and business people, and what are the positive impacts of technology on us?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Technology in a way has changed the way we do business. in the past, if you look at the way we do business without technology, you will realize that things have really changed. For example, when I started as a journalist, I realized, I mean, there was no computer, there was no cell phone anyway. We were carrying radio all over the place. But today, it is very easy for you to go out there, report from the scene of the of events, and then just forward your news to the newsroom. I see my research basically looked at how technology has changed the way we report the news. For example, in the past, what you do today is more or less a news reporting, which you wouldn't have been able to do in the past. Like when I started journalism, there was something like Zoom. Zoom is a recent development. There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was nothing. The only thing we had was pencil and biro and paper, with which we report the news. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that my research goes into how technology has changed the way we report the news. So also in other areas of business, technology is very, very important. In the past, the only thing we do is to go out, look for what we like and buy. But today you can stay in your house, go online, buy whatever you want to buy, pay for it, and before you know it, it's delivered to you in your house. So in essence, there is no way you can do business successfully in this age of technology without technology, because you need to publicize your business. You need to make what you are selling or what you are producing known to everybody around the world. With the aid of technology, you can put all your stuff online, all your products online, and whoever is interested in it will definitely get in touch and buy without even meeting you in person. So the importance of or the impact of technology in the way we do business is cannot be overemphasized, because every business, every human endeavor is trying to, bring in one technology or the other into whatever we do on a daily basis.
Thank you so much, Professor. You just told us how important this technology is. Now, some things I wrote down, and I want our people to get that information, the facts. Technology today, the same way we have the side effect, we also have the positive effect of it. Technology today helps us to reconnect with our loved ones. That's what Professor is telling us. It also helps us with information transmission. You want to send information, you don't have to go on the bus, you don't have to go on the plane, you don't have to go on the bike. You can sit down right there and transmit your information to whoever you want to transmit it to, as long as you have the information, the email, the social media you can use to do that transmission. That's one of the positive effect of technology. It also helps us with business marketing. That's the great one right now. And a lot of people have become millionaires when it comes to business marketing on social media. Thank you so much, Professor. Now, we all know that when we overdo things, the result always negative. For instance, when we eat too much, our digestive system has to drive, that's what I'm trying to say, causing a spike in blood sugar, an upset stomach. It also impacts our sleep and feeling of lethargy. Now, over time, It causes slow digestive process, which means the food will remain in the stomach for a longer period of time and be more likely to turn into fat, which makes some people to gain weight. If this can happen to us internally, the inside we cannot even see. What about the physical things we do, such as overuse of technology? Prof, the question is, how can overuse of technology significantly affect or impact our life, especially on developing people, our kids, our children, and every other people? How can overuse of technology affect our life?
Well, yes, you have said it all. When we stay glued to our technology 24/7, definitely it's going to deprive us of so many things. For example, the use of sleep that you mentioned, definitely a lot of our kids don't sleep. I mean, they are on the phone. They are on the phone, on Instagram, on Twitter, throughout the night, even when they are in class. I remember as a classroom professor, one thing I've realized is that anytime I'm teaching, almost half of the class is on Facebook, on Instagram. So definitely this will definitely impact our educational system negatively, because when you teach in a university and almost half of your class is on Facebook, I mean, it's like you are teaching the remaining half, and the other half is on the internet doing something different from what you are teaching them. So overuse of technology definitely will impact our system negatively. Beyond that, there is also this collapse of our social value, which has, the use of technology has introduced. Let me give you an example. I have a 24-year-old living in the same house with me that I don't see. I don't see him for almost a week or 2 weeks. And the next thing he does is to text me that I'm around, I'm back from work, I'm going to work, and I won't see him. And he believes that is cool. To me, it's not cool, because in the past, you have to wake up and say good morning to your dad, good morning to your mom. So our value system has collapsed because of technology. Today, we have people, dating on the internet, planning marriage on the internet without seeing each other, and probably when they will see is when they want to wed. And I'm afraid very soon there will be wedding on the Zoom without even meeting each other. I don't know.
Of course, they did it right now in New York City. All the pending wedding, they did it virtually.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that some people may not even meet. They say, okay, we've had our wedding. Okay, let's now come together after the wedding. Our value system is collapsing because of technology.
Wow, thank you, Doctor. Let me quickly read the questions that we're getting from our YouTube, because I want to let you know that, and I've already told you that this is a live program which is being streamed on YouTube. I have a question coming. Before I read all the comments people have been sending to you to appreciate you, I would like to read the question that comes from Dr. Oluremi Abiodun Odubanjo from South Africa. It says, great work, Bofa. Very interesting discussion today. And the question is, it says, though it's realistically, can artificially intelligence actually do more than medical doctors in the area of diagnostic medicine? That's what he wants to know. Do you want to answer that question, or you want me to read it again?
Yeah, read it again, but I understand what you're saying, but you can read it again. So.
Okay, all right, I'll do. It said, realistically, can artificial intelligence actually do more than medical doctors in the area of diagnostic medicine?
Yeah. Let me quickly say that virtual diagnosis can never replace the actual diagnosis. I mean, can never replace face-to-face with your doctors. What they can give, what can be done virtually is limited. Regardless of the technology, the doctors will still be involved in whatever they are doing physically and face-to-face to their doctors. And when you look at the doctors these days, they are very careful about the amount of medical services they can deliver virtually. Recently, I wanted to talk to my medical doctor about taking the vaccine, and he was very careful. He was very careful in presenting his position to me virtually. And at the end of the day, we ended up arranging to meet. So what I'm saying in essence is that there is no replacement for the face-to-face contact. It's just like we teachers too. We know the problem we face with our students when we teach them online. We are all eager to go back to class. And I know doctors will not replace any of their services with virtual services. They will definitely still be in touch with their clients, and they will prefer that to any virtual service. But the theoretical aspect of it anyway can be handled. The theoretical aspect of it can be handled, but it can never be replaced with virtual approach.
Thank you so much, Professor, for answering this question. I have another one coming from my one of the viewers, and the question comes from WhatsApp. It says that we all know that media and communication, even technology, can affect our lives and cause health problems, physically, mentally, psychologically, even emotionally. It says, Prof, what do we do to avoid all these problems?
The problem has come, and we have to deal with it. And we are dealing with it already. For example, parents need to educate their children very well on how to use technology so that it's not going to boomerang on them. Like this program is educating people now on the danger of overusing technology. So the only thing that can be done is for us, particularly the grown-ups and those who have the opportunity of knowing one or two things about the danger of technology, to continue to educate our people. We're already doing that in the classroom. We're already letting our students know that when you are in class, you cannot be on Facebook. When you are in class, you cannot be on Twitter, you cannot be on your phone, you cannot do anything. You have to face. So we have to educate our kids very well to let them understand, hey, it is time to sleep. It is time to get off the phone. And there are some parents these days, they don't even allow their kids to be on Facebook until a certain age.
Yes.
So we really need to do that. We have to protect them because there are so many things happening
going on
now that we need to be very careful about.
Professor, you're right. You are very correct in that, because I also I'm also a mother, and I see what is going on in my house. I look at it that if that is going on in my house, imagine other people out there, they are also going through the same thing. And what I do, like you rightly said, my kids cannot watch TV at Saturday time. When the school session is on Monday to Friday, I don't allow them. I know they're going to get upset. They're going to call me, Mommy, you are mean, you are this. I don't care. I know what I'm trying to protect. And when it comes to the use of phone, especially when they upset me and there are some things, they have chores they need to do, I seize their phone, I take it from them. It's not because I'm so I'm mean to them, but I just want them to learn that there must be time for everything, especially the use of phone, and because it affects them earthwise. So I try to use that opportunity to take it away from them. They're watching me right now. They know what I'm saying that is true. So, and I want to employ all the parents. So please and please, you also need to do the same thing. When I talk about change, I say change starts from us. It starts from our homes, because whatever happens in our home, that's what we take to the public. And that's why we are having problems all over the world today. But because we could not fix it in our own house, that's why we find it so difficult, impossible to do it, to fix it out there. So I want to encourage all the parents to please and please. And it's going to be impossible for some parents because they do the same thing. Some parents are on the phone 24 hours. Some parents watch TVs. They are on social media, on Facebook 24 hours. Are you telling me that these parents will be able to correct the children? No. So let this change start from us. As long as it's something that will affect our lives, our health negatively, the change must start from us. And lastly, we've reached the last question for you, Professor. The final question to you today is, how do you see the future of this generation and generations to come in this technological world?
The present generation is going to go places. The present generation is going to continue to be technologically savvy. They're going to be better than us, our generation. With the way things are going with the present generation, because they are just marvelous when it comes to the use of technology, social media, and all sorts of new inventions. Particularly those from the developing countries, they are very wonderful, and they are going to be wonderful, and they are going to take advantage of technology, because there are so many of them now making millions, and they believe they can become millionaires of their cell phone. Don't even know how to do. I wish I had known. So, but my prediction about technology is that telephone, a time will come when we will no longer use the telephone, and we will be making calls, we'll be doing video, we'll be doing almost everything we are doing with telephone.
So how will that happen? You mean the one that we have been doing on Facebook? Because we've already been communicating using the audio and video to communicate. Are you saying that a time will come when we will now be, we will not use this telephone anymore?
Yeah, well, there will be no physical telephone. You will just speak to the air, and there's somebody that you want to talk to will pick it.
Really?
It might sound crazy. When I started thinking along that line, some of my colleagues thought I was crazy. And what I'm trying to say is that we may no longer need the physical cell phone. Probably a chip will be inserted into our body, programmed into our body, and we just speak. I want to speak to Bofa, and Bofa is going to respond.
I heard about it. It's that is so scary, Professor. It is so scary.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody inserting something in my veins, and I'm just going to. I knew it because a few. I think it was last year. There's a documentary that was on the news here in the US that shows how what you said are going to be established, are going to be initiated. I understand that and think that is what you're talking about. But don't you think that is not really okay?
It may not be okay for this generation, but who knows what will happen. Like when the person that predicted the internet, that is Marshall McLean, when he predicted that there was going to be internet, some of his colleagues thought he was crazy. 35 years after the internet came into being, I himself could not use computer, there was no computer, there was nothing. So he only made a prediction based on the information available at that time. So let's look forward to a greater future for.
You know, Professor, trust me, I'm still going to bring you back. Maybe when this innovation come, when they invent this, the ship, I'll bring you back on the program. So I want to say thank you so much for coming on the program today to educate us on how media impacts our lives, both negatively and positively. God bless you, sir, for joining this esteemed initiative. It's been a pleasure having you on the program today on healthy living with Prof. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I hate to say goodbye. Unfortunately, we have to let you go to go into the next program. Thank you so much, Professor, for coming. Thank you. Bye. Have a good one, sir. Bye. Wow, this is awesome today. We've learned and learned and learned and learned. Technology in the world today has made it easier to farmers, for more feasible to build cities and more convenient to travel, among many other things, effectively linking together all countries on Earth, helping to create globalization and making it easier for economies to grow and for companies to do their own businesses. Thank you, Professor, for coming. Right now is our nutrition segment. In few minutes, we're going to get into it right now. Our nutrition segment is tag You Are What You Eat. Of course, we are what we eat. When it comes to food, diet, we are all what we eat. The question is, what did you eat? Or what have you been eating? Or what will you eat to look who you are? So let me be funny this afternoon to tell you that by looking at air quality, nutrition, infectious diseases, and human migration, our world's climate is changing. Many feel powerless in the face of this challenge, but you and I can make a difference. We can definitely make that difference. And that difference, that change starts now. We learn from Health Corners how climate change affects our health and our entire life, just like the way technology is doing now. Let's talk about how climate change affects what we eat. How? With warmer temperatures and more pets, farms will produce less food. So if we don't have rain coming, falling down on our soil, no farmers will produce food. We will be left with little food to share. And farmers will have to work harder to grow food they do bring to others. In this case, some crops might even be less nutritious. Of course, it will. What we eat matters, and to change climate crisis, we need to reshape the food system because everything we eat has an effect on global heating. The way we produce food, the way food is manipulated and moved around the world, and what we as people decide to put on our plates matter for the climate crisis. So, how can we reshape the food system? We can do this by making our own personal changes. For instance, many people eat more red and processed meats than they need to. And this causes health and environmental impacts of consuming meat. Sometimes when I see the way people eat in Africa, I'm going to be specific because that's where I have problem. That's the people I have problem with. I get scared when I see the way people eat, what I see on the plate. Just one person eating 3 to 4 meats in one dish. For what? We don't need to eat too much of meat, especially when it comes to red meat. Some people are forbidden to eat red meat, but they have no idea that they can't eat any meat because it is dangerous to their health. And for those who consume high amounts of meat, it is recommended they consider what I call flexitarian diet. It's a diet that includes vegetables and fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and unsaturated oils. It is also include high quality meat, dairy, and sugar. When I say quality meat like plant-based meat. What is this plant-based meat? Plant-based meat means that those animals eat grass. They are not being grown or breed with fertilizer, with chemical, with antibiotics. They eat grass to grow before we start killing them for consumption. So this includes quality meat, dairy, and sugar, but in quantity for lower than what they currently consume in wealthier society. And that's for those that consume meat. Now, how should we make these shifts? What do we do to correct how the climate change affects our food, what we eat? Number one, we can do this by considering being a vegetarian by day and allow ourselves small serving of animal source food in the evening. It doesn't have to be in the morning. I see why people will be eating meat, in the morning. Some cook rice in the morning and some eat eba, some eat amala in the morning. No, you can't do that. Another thing you want to do is we can do meatless on Mondays. We can also embrace plant-based, like I said, or try out alternative plants, protein options such as Impossible Burger. For those of you that eat from fast food, if you go to Burger King, they have Impossible Burger. This burger is made with plant-based. I do buy it sometimes if I'm starving and I can't get home before, and I don't want to die. I go to Burger King, I get Impossible Whopper because it is made with plant-based meats. So you can get that if you are the people that eat from fast food. We can also, number three, we can also make the shift by learning where our food, the meat, come from. We produce it, where we produce it, how it's produced. We must learn all this. We don't just go to the market and purchase meat. You have to read nutrition facts. You have to read the information. Where is it produced? Is it produced from those that breed their animals with grass? Is it antibiotic? They write everything there. They will tell you it's organic, it's antibiotic, it's non-antibiotic. Look at the label before you buy. Another thing you want to do, because of our time, is you are going to go for red meat. Choose quality over quantity if you want to go for red meat. Quality over quantity. Don't say because they are doing sales, buy 2, get 3 free, I want to buy. No, you can't do that. And let me tell you the secret. No grocery store, no farm, stores or any store that will do sales on quality products They don't do sales on quality, expensive products. Take note of that. You only get sales on those junk, those substandard products, those things that are not so costly. That's where you get sales from. And these are the things that are killing our body system. And those of you that go to ShopRite, I'm directing this message to my people in Africa. I know ShopRite is everywhere. Everything, I'm not going to say everything you buy there are junk, unhealthy food. No, there's some healthy food there. Go for healthy food. And please read the labels and stay away from junk. Don't say because ShopRite is for wealthy people. I want people to see me that I'm going to ShopRite to shop. I want to live a foreign life. You are killing yourself because you are not even in the foreign land. But everything we produce here in America is taken back to Africa because they know you eat junk. They get all our food, all our real natural food, bring them to this place and refine them, process them, pack them in the container and ship them back to Nigeria, to Africa for you to eat. And when you are eating this, you are not getting any nutrients from that food they put in the can, in the box for you. All the nutrients are gone. So you are not eating foreign line. You are not eating foreign food. You are just killing your body system. So please and please, let us be careful of what we eat. It's true, climate change is affecting us, but we can correct it with what we eat, with our choice when we are choosing what to eat. I hope today's program imparts you. Because of our time, we have to go. I hate to say goodbye to you, my viewers, my supporters, my lovers. Thank you so much for this. And that is all we can give on Wellness Today. I wish you all good health. Please contact us on our social media handles: Instagram, Healthy Living with Bofa; Facebook, Bofa Live Healthier; and website is www.hlwbofa.com. You can also reach out to us at this number, international number, +1917 889 6854. Once again, thank you all for joining us and staying with us on Healthy Living with Bofa. God bless you all. I'm Betty Olayinka Folarin Akinosotu, aka Bofa, saying I love you, God bless you, remain safe, and I'll see you next week by God's grace. Take care and be careful out there. Bye.